When I first got interested in trading, it seemed like such an exciting opportunity. All the gurus online made it look so easy. Just watch some charts, find patterns, and cash in on big winners. Their marketing had me totally convinced that I could quit my job and travel the world on profits from just a few hours of trading each day. Once I started putting on real trades with my own capital, it became clear very quickly that the reality was nothing like what was portrayed. Everything that seemed simple from the outside was way more complicated in reality. The truth is that the trading industry preys on naive newcomers just looking for an easy money-making shortcut. So let's talk about the dirty secrets, manipulation tactics, the false promises, and the unrealistic expectations of the trading industry. The biggest and most damaging myth perpetuated everywhere is that anyone can become a successful trader with very little effort or skill. You see lots of videos that show impressive charts going only up and traders making lots of profits. It seems effortless. What they don't show you are the countless hours of failures that took to get there. Nor do they advertise their massive drawdowns, missed trades, and times of struggle most went through before finding consistency. The harsh reality is that consistently profitable trading takes an enormous amount of work to develop the necessary skills in areas like risk management, psychology, strategy development, or position sizing. It's an ongoing learning process where mistakes are an important teacher. Very few achieve the steadiness needed to generate an income in their first year. Hand in hand with promises of effortless profits is the siren song of turning tiny deposits into fortunes with seemingly minimal risk. You've seen the videos about turning a few $100s into millions. While impressive outlier cases do exist, they are the tiny minority, not the norm. The truth is, building lasting wealth through trading takes persistence and patience over long periods of compounding gradual gains and not overnight success. Anyone chasing get-rich-quick dreams through massive leverage risk blowing up accounts before they can develop their skills. Sustainable growth happens step by step and not through get-lucky gambles or following some shady get-rich schemes. When I first got into trading, all the marketing messages made it seem incredibly easy. Just download an app, deposit $100, and start making money from your home in your spare time. Looking back, this sets newbies to fail from the very beginning. While it's true that many brokers promote the idea of starting with a small account, trading such tiny amounts should be approached with caution. Firstly, it becomes challenging to manage risk effectively with such small accounts. Let's say you want to risk only 1% of your account on a trade. With a $100 account, that's just $1. It's hard to take trading seriously when you're only risking $1. And when you're not taking it seriously, you might be tempted to manipulate your stop loss, which can lead to bigger losses than you initially planned. Suddenly, that $1 loss turns into $5 or $10. Moreover, trading with small accounts often leads to bad trading behavior. When the stakes are low, you can become undisciplined and start engaging in gambling-like trading. These unhealthy patterns can be difficult to unlearn later on, hindering your progress as a trader. It's impossible to take the market or your decisions seriously gambling pennies. There's a lot of marketing out there that portrays trading as a carefree and enjoyable pastime, where you can live a life of luxury, buying fancy cars, sailing on yachts, and going on extravagant vacations. The perfect lifestyle. Well, here's the truth. This is an illusion. The reality is that for the majority of traders, it's not all glamour and luxury. It's years of hard work, stress, late nights, and inevitable setbacks. Even professionals who manage multi-million-dollar portfolios face challenges and setbacks. Trading is not just about the flashy lifestyle portrayed by some. It's so much more than that. It requires dedication, hard work, and a commitment to continuous learning. Many traders begin looking to brokers and trading platforms as trusted advisors there to help navigate this new world. What isn't disclosed is how brokers actually make their bulk of profits, facilitating trades rather than from customers' market outcomes. In reality, the trading industry actually works against beginners in many ways. Brokers, exchanges, and other market participants actually make more money when retail traders lose. Picture this: more trading can mean higher commissions for brokers, regardless of whether the trades actually bring in profits. It's like a situation where someone gets paid more just from showing up, regardless of how well they perform. This can create conflicts of interest because the focus shifts from quality results to generating more trades for those sweet commissions. And that's not all. Loose regulations can lead to skewed advice, especially for newbies who are just starting their trading journey. And here's the kicker: promotions and advertisements often hype up the riskier behaviors, like using excessive leverage and engaging in continuous day trading. Brokers make it very easy for you to trade with leverage, which means you can control larger positions with a smaller amount of money. This can be exciting because it amplifies potential gains. However, it also hugely amplifies losses. And sadly, beginners are rarely warned about the downside of trading on leverage. It's like being tempted to take bigger risks without fully understanding the potential downsides. And let's be real, that's not a recipe for long-term success. Many new traders believe they have investing coaches holding their hands through every move, but in reality, they might unknowingly become revenue streams for these platforms, being encouraged to take actions that statistically put them at a disadvantage. So always remember to do your own due diligence and choose a regulated broker that aligns with your personal risk appetite and goals. One misguided notion is that the risk can be eliminated by intelligent use of stop losses. While stop losses do have their place, markets don't always cooperate by respecting predetermined loss thresholds. Events like gaps, flash crashes, and manipulative shakeouts have destroyed many accounts that thought they were protected. Leveraged positions double or triple in size with every pip against you, rapidly overwhelming theoretical stops, not to mention the psychological factors involved. Fear and stubbornness cause traders to cling to losing positions, even though they originally had a stop loss. Chasing losses further compounds the problem. Here's the deal: trading is all about embracing uncertainty and being aware of the risks involved. Managing your money wisely and understanding your personal risk tolerance are key to surviving and thriving in the trading world. Think of it like this: how you allocate your funds and how much risk you're willing to take should be at the forefront of your decision-making process. And it's not just about having mechanical risk tools or relying solely on stop-loss orders. Another key element is position sizing that aligns with your account size, finding the perfect fit for your trading strategy, ensuring that you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. Information overload is another issue. As a newcomer, it's impossible to separate high-quality information from complete rubbish. Here's the deal: just because there's an abundance of data available doesn't mean it guarantees profitable outcomes. In the trading world, you'll come across tons of indicators and strategies, and it can be overwhelming. It's like being bombarded with information from all angles. But knowledge alone won't get you very far. It's like having all the puzzle pieces but not knowing how to put them together. What truly matters is rigorous testing and developing your own judgment. forging your unique edge that sets you apart from the crowd. Learning about trading might make you feel informed, but it contributes little compared to the experience you gain from applying a defined strategy and a risk plan consistently. That kind of experience is invaluable. So information can be helpful, but it should never be mistaken as a substitute for the long and challenging learning curve that's required to become a skilled trader. There are no shortcuts. It takes time, effort, and a lot of practice to reach sustainable skill. It's not just about the data, it's about the hours you put in, the lessons you learn, and the skills you develop over time. Closely linked to information illusion is the signal services hype machine. Pay a fee, and you too can be apparently making fortunes by letting the experts do the thinking. Why do the work when you can copy someone else? Well, signals, at best, can serve as entry triggers. But here's the catch. It's impossible to perfectly time them. And when it comes to exiting trades, blindly following signals without independent understanding is a recipe for disaster. Here's the reality. Trading is not about blindly copying strangers who claim to have the secret to free money. I'm not saying all signal providers are bad, but most of these tips rarely materialize as they're promoted. Signals should never be seen as shortcuts to bypass the mandatory learning process. Trading exposes our deeply ingrained emotional tendencies, and it's essential to understand them to overcome the challenges we face. One thing I wish I knew from the start is how hard trading psychology really is. It's so difficult to maintain discipline and make unemotional decisions, especially when you have real money on the line. Fear and greed cloud clear thinking, and it's natural to want to cling to losing trades, hoping they'll come back, or sell winners too early. Even chasing losses is a somewhat normal behavior when you start. And here's the reality. There are no perfect trading systems that can magically make us master of our emotions. Habits like overtrading, chasing losses, and seeking revenge are immensely difficult to break. These tendencies affect all traders regardless of experience. For beginners who start with limited capital, the challenges can be even steeper. False confidence in untested strategies often leads to emotional gambling, putting their limited resources at risk. To truly overcome these challenges, we need intense introspection and practice. It's about deeply understanding ourselves, our triggers, and managing the emotions that the market inevitably induces in all participants. Trading is basically a journey of self-awareness and self-improvement. And there are no quick-fix trading psychology blueprints that will magically solve all your problems. Markets can be a tricky place if you don't know what you're doing. They are designed in a way that can tempt you into taking unnecessary risks. You'll often see charts going up and down violently, and it may seem like it's all based on real supply and demand. But there's also a fair amount of manipulation that goes on behind the scenes. This can trap new traders into chasing short-term moves and overtrading, constantly chasing every little peak and valley, hoping for a quick win. And guess what happens? Without understanding how the smart money plays the game, the market becomes a minefield for clueless beginners. Overall, my advice would be to expect trading to be way harder than it first seems. Go into it with realistic expectations of likely losses rather than dreams of overnight riches. Aim to develop your own strategy. Make sure you have a clear risk management plan and stick to it rigidly. Never chase losses or take risks you're uncomfortable with, no matter what others claim to be doing. Protecting your capital has to be the number one goal as a beginner. If you watch this video and you're still serious about trading, expect the journey to be long. It's a marathon, not a sprint.